With the rise of cordless vacuums like these, you don't necessarily just want to have it standing out or laying down all the time. You really want to put it in a closet, but not all closets have electric. Now, ideally, they want to put that vacuum in this hall closet. And luckily, this one has a light in it. And if your closet has a light, you've got a good chance that you'll be able to find electricity in here. Now, there's a few things you can do. First, if that light has a switch, you can find that switch. Usually it's on the outside. In this case, it happens to be on the inside. So we're going to take a look and see if we can actually add an outlet there. The other thing we notice is that this is their doorbell transformer. If we didn't have a switch on the inside, you could draw power from this because you know that has constant power all the time. The last option, which is probably the hardest, would be the outlet on the other side. You could tap into that and punch a hole through the wall basically and put an outlet on the other side. I'm not going to show how to do that today, but I do have a video that does, and I will put a link to that down in the video description below. Now, with the circuit breaker still on, I'm going to take a look inside this switch and very carefully pull it out while this is still live. And what I need to do is determine which of these two black wires is the hot. So what I'm going to do is turn the light off and use my little non-contact voltage tester. So it's the top one. Okay, I know the top one is the hot, the line coming in, and the other one goes to the light. When I turn on the switch, they're both hot. The other thing I found in this box is these 3 copper wires. They're bare and they are the grounds, and they're all connected together. And then I've got 2 white wires here, and they're connected together. Now, these white wires are neutrals. So if you think about it, the black wire brings power to the light, the neutral brings it back. And that's the path back to the circuit panel. So this is going to be the easiest scenario. I can get power from here and put an outlet in this box with a switch. I'm going to use a combo. Let me show you. So this is going to be the easiest method possible. I'm going to replace this switch with a combination switch and outlet. And I can do that because I have a constant hot and I have the neutrals. If you don't have a neutral in your box, in other words, if you only have a white wire that's connected to the switch, that's not a neutral because we never connect neutrals to switches. We only switch the hot wires. So if you do have neutrals like this capped off together, you can do this. So this device can control the light and have an outlet that's on all the time. Or you can wire it so that the switch controls the outlet. Now, usually when you get a device like this, it has either a leaflet inside or something that gives you direction, some kind of a wiring diagram. And you can see this one has it, but it's right on the lid. And you can see there's more instructions on the inside, so I'm actually going to unfold it. This is very ecological, by the way, but you can see there's other English and Espanol inside here. The directions are very straightforward. They say that the standard way to install it is with one common hot that will go to both the switch and the outlet. That's how we're going to do it. Alternatively, there's this little tab right here, a connecting tab. You can take that connecting tab out and use 2 different hots if you needed to. And that you could also do that if you want this switch to control the outlet. But we're just going to use one of these screws because we have a common hot that is going to control both of them. All right, now we're going to turn off the breaker and take this apart. And remember, the top one is the line. Try living room. There you go. That's the one. All right, so this electrician used these press-in connectors in the back of the switch, which I don't use. So to get them out, you just use pliers and you just twist them back and forth as you're pulling, and they should come out like that. All right, now remember, this one is the one going to the light, and this one is the one that goes, that's the hot coming in. All right, on this device, we have 2 black screws, but they're connected together by that little tab. So we're just going to use one of them. The other side has a brass screw and a silver screw. The silver is where we're going to connect the neutral, but you can only connect one wire to this screw. And I've got these 2 wires. So in order to do that, I need to create a pigtail. Now, a pigtail is just basically a short piece of wire that goes from this screw to the wire nut to connect to the other 2. Now, I'm not at my house. I don't happen to have extra wire. So what I'm going to do is I've got the longer of the 2 neutrals here. I'm just going to cut a piece of this and make my pigtail. I don't need a lot. I'm just going to take a couple of inches. Right like that. And then I'm going to use my wire strippers here. Take that off and then take this off. Code doesn't say how long this has to be, so as long as it's connected, everything will be good. All right, that's certainly not ideal. I would ideally like it longer, but it will work. It's electrically fine. I don't have any spare wire with me. If I had extra wire, I could just cut a piece that was maybe 3 inches long instead of an inch long. So at this point, I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to make a little hook on it. All right, and I'm going to make a hook on all these. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put in one of the black screws that I'm not going to use. So I'm not going to use this one. It's always a good practice to just put them away if you're not going to use them so they're not sticking out. Now I'm going to connect the ground, and that's the same loop that was there before. All right, that's the ground. Now I'm going to use the hot wire, which was the top one. That's going to come in here. And when I connect these, I'm always putting the loop in the direction I'm tightening. So I'm going to go righty-tighty. That's the way that it's done. Make it good and tight. And on the other side is where I've got the brass screw at the top. That's the one that's going to get power when the switch is on. So that's the one that goes to the light. Okay, that's the one that goes to the light. Now the last one is the neutral. That goes on that silver screw there. Now this is the shortest one. That's why I saved it for last, because I'm going to push in the grounds and make room for my switch. And then I'm just going to connect this on the side. The needle nose to just get it in the right direction. And there you go. You can see it's connected. Okay, like I said, not ideal, but nothing wrong with it. All right, so on this side you can see we have the ground and the hot wire. That's the hot coming in. So when the breaker goes on, that's going to be hot all the time. The other side has the brass screw. That's going to be the hot wire that goes to the light, and that's going to be hot when the switch is on. And then the other screw down there is the silver screw. That's the neutral for the outlet. And we're going to turn the breaker back on, and we should be good. All right, with the breaker back on, let's give it a test here. And you can see my light works. And then I'm going to use my little tester here in the outlet. And I have 2 greens. That means that it's wired correctly. So that's good. Now I just have to push it back in. Okay, you could turn that off, Sergio. I just don't like a live circuit when I'm putting the switches back in. Okay, you can turn it on. Beautiful. And the last step is just to put the plate back on. All right, if you have any questions about how to install an outlet in your closet, just leave a comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are posted. Look for HandyDadTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit the website HandyDad.tv for more great ideas and information.